folks. Welcome to Calvin's Got Game. I'm Calvin.
I'm Lewis.
And today we're carrying on our series of great board games within a certain year span.
Yes.
And today we're doing 2021 to 2024. And we're going to pick 5 games out of that year span and tell you what great games were in that time period.
Yes.
And so, just like the other videos, I picked them like I always do. I look at the games from that year, and I pick the ones that I think are great. They may not be on my top 100. They may not be. They're all games I like. I put it like that, but they may not be on my top 100 because other games kind of squeaked them out. But I do enjoy playing them. I like them, and they are great games.
How I pick them up, same way. I look down, put in the year on CGG, and see what I have played. I always do 5 or more, and then I see if I have it or I played it, and I get the information, put it down basically. Okay. Cut and try.
Oh. Yeah, it's pretty cut and dry. We do it just about every video, so you guys kind of know that already. Anyway, if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Guys, we're getting closer to December 31st, and I'm not near 500. Where are you? I need your help. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like. That helps us get into the algorithm of YouTube, and also tell somebody about the channel.
Yep.
If nothing else, somebody else might like it. If it's not your cup of tea or whatever, somebody else might enjoy them, and they might be into board gamings and can look for games that they might enjoy. So, I think I'm going to go first.
Yeah, you should go first.
I think I'm going to go first. All right. So and we don't have any comments this week to elaborate on. So we're going to skip that part of it.
Alrighty.
So my 2021 game is called Destinies. Destinies is by Lucky Duck Games. It's 1 to 3 players, which is odd. It's 90 to 150 minutes, and it's ranked 361 on BGG. Now, Destinies is a different sort of game. And the reason it's 1 to 3, because you're 3 different characters. You each are trying to fulfill your destiny. And so when you play through a scenario, you may have to go to a certain city and collect something. So they give you clues. It is an app-driven game. They give you clues. They give you things to look at, to search, and other things. And you have to find whatever you're supposed to be looking for. And as you go, it tells them more of the story of your destiny, where you should go next, what else is happening, and things of that nature. I found Destinies to be very fun. Lucky Duck Games made a detective game. I can't golly, can't think of what it's called right now. But they made a game where you're going around trying to find the killer or whatever, kidnapper, whatever in this game. In the other game they made, this one's kind of like that. You're scanning things with your phone and working through the app system. It's a great game. If you hadn't played Destinies, you might want to check it out. Lucky Duck Games.
I have not played Destiny.
Destinies is really good. It's now it's kind of, you have to buy more expansions to play it longer, because once you play the few expansions that are in the box, it gets kind of samey after that. But it's a very good game. Chronicles of Crime is the other games they made. I could not remember that. But anyway, they make some great games. Lucky Duck Games, Destinies.
Okay. Need to check that one out. My 2021 game, I've had it before on some of our videos.
Oh, no. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. And actually, it's a game that Calvin got for me, and I really like it. My wife likes it. And it's Glow. Bomb Mix publisher. I know Bombix. I mess it up every time.
It's all right.
2 to 4 players, about 45 minutes to play. It's ranked 1,754 on BGG. It's ranked low, but not too low. And it's just because a lot of folks haven't played it, I believe, or seen it.
Well, I think anything ranked over 5,000 or 3,000, there's tens of thousands of games out there. So if you're ranked in the top 3,000, I think it's more than likely going to be a pretty decent game.
Yeah. It's like I mentioned before, it's a game of moving your little meeple through a forest, and moving, when you get in this little clearing, move your little tent to that clearing to not collect the points right there, but at least guarantee for those points at the end of the game.
Right.
Because you have to make your way through this forest area by rolling dice and meeting the requirements to keep going forward. You don't want to wait until, if you see the 20-point clearing, don't wait until you get there to put your little tent, because you might never get there.
Right.
It is the luck of the roll of the dice. It is what you gain, the cards you gain through the gameplay, where there's a board. On the bottom of the board, there's cards that come out. Each card, there's small little dice you roll. Depending what the roll is, the dice coincide to little.
You can activate the card.
Yeah, you can activate the card. There are little markers that indicate where the dice go. You can gain cards that give you more dice. Mm-hmm. You gain cards that give you re-rolls. The cards are very beneficial, but also can hinder you by giving you negative points, mm-hmm. or making you discard a card you really need.
Right.
There's so much going on in this game that is not too much, because it's roll, read cards from left to right, and do the actions. A lot of folks go, that's a lot of rolling. Yes.
Yeah.
But you can, unlike some other games that you use the dice for here, you can't use them for here. This one allows you to use the cards for the effects on the cards, then use the dice for moving into the forest. Now, I mentioned this before, the artwork, for my taste and my wife's taste, is very beautiful.
Yeah, it's nice.
And I don't know who's the artist that did that, whoever did the artwork, top notch on the artwork there. So for my 2021 game is Glow.
Well, I'm glad you like a game of body.
Well, see, me and my wife was planning to do the other side this weekend, but we never got to it.
Right.
But we are planning to do the next week, the flip side. And that's one thing. This game is two-sided.
One is land and one is sea.
Yes.
Yeah.
One land, one sea. And we're going to be playing that a little bit more to see how it all works out. Because we played it once. And messed up on the rules.
Yeah. Well, I've done that on numerous occasions. When I first play a game, I'll mess up something. Now, I won't mess up the whole game, but there's one little rule I'll miss or something like that, and I have to go back. But I think that's just trial and error, learning new games.
Oh, yeah, right? It is.
All right. So that's a good pick, Lewis. My next pick is a 2022 game called Long Shot the Dice Game. This is by Perplexed. 1 to 8 players, 25 minutes to play. It's ranked 321 on BGG. Now, Long Shot the Dice Game is a horse racing game. Now, you don't own any of the horses.
Yep.
You are going to roll dice to move horses. You can use those dice to bet. You can use those dice to get other things that will help you get points or whatever, and unlock extra benefits for yourself. You can buy a horse, though. So if you buy a horse, that horse is yours and you want it to win. But usually you don't buy a horse until later on the race when you're seeing how things are playing out. But once you buy a horse, you better make sure you better know other people are going to try to keep it from winning. So it's a short game. Like I said, it takes about 25 minutes. It's kind of I don't want to say it's rolling right, because you have a board with the horses on it. But on your personal board, you're checking off certain things with the roll of those dice by using them for other things. And it could give you bonuses and such. Long Shot the Dice Game, I really enjoyed it. It is a great game. And there you go.
You have mentioned that a lot. And I actually tried to find it on online to buy it. I can't really find it.
I think I don't know. I know it's out there somewhere.
Yeah, it is out there. I've seen a lot of good reviews of it, though. Yeah. A lot of good reviews.
It's fun. It's fast and fun, and it's easy.
That one I might not have my wife play with me.
And if you like rolling right, you'll enjoy the marking off of stuff on your board.
Yeah, my wife has a interesting luck with dice, though. So I might not play that one with her.
So she beat you a lot in glows, what you're saying.
Yes. And that's, I have not yet won on that one. My 2022 game is called That Old Wallpaper. A electronic entertainment group. I know I butchered that one too. 2 to 5 players, 30 minutes to play. Is ranked 9,554 on BGG. It's a simple little card game. Very simple. And you are dealt a set of cards from 1 to 10. From the 1 to 10, that's your betting mechanism. Then you have a little community area that cards come out that you're going to use to build your wallpaper. And there's little 4 tokens. Tokens are little round markers. There you go. And they are put out, and they are not really to show who goes first, but really to help in determine tiebreakers on that. Now, understand, if there are tiebreakers and you're in a spot that you like and you win the tiebreaker, you're going to be moving down on that area. Now, it is a interesting game because scoring works a little bit differently on this. I've played about 6 times and I'm still foggy on the scoring myself. I always try to play with somebody that knows how to play. But I like the game and I know the mechanics. It's just the scoring part I get confused on.
Right.
But you take your card, you bid on your card from what you have in your hand. You have the max of 5 cards, number cards, and depending on what card you want on the column, you put a betting card on there. If you want the very back of the 4 columns, you put a low number. But if you want toward the top, you better have a high number or somebody else going to beat you. And the good thing is, as you use your number cards, you leave them face up. So everybody has seen what you have played. So you can play the long game and pick the low numbers first. And if something good comes out toward the end, you have your high numbers to get that. Now, it's played through 3 rounds. A round ends when you go through all your betting cards. When everybody goes through the betting cards, you shuffle them, draw up to 5, and you could begin round 2. It's only 3 rounds. Very short game, very quick game. It's just the artistry of the cards.
Right.
That's what my wife and I like, the artistry of the cards.
It's because you're making wallpaper.
Yeah, you're making wallpaper. Yes, it's not all the same together, but it is a beautiful set when you start putting it together. So my 2022 game is That Old Wallpaper.
I think I have that game here somewhere, and it's still in the shrink wrap.
Still in the shrink wrap?
Hadn't played it. All right, my 2023 game is called Everdell Far Shore. Not Everdell itself, but Everdell Far Shore. I thought, and this game is by Starling Games, 1 to 4 players, takes about 40 to 80 minutes to play, ranked 1,471 on Board Game Geek. Everdell Far Shore, I think, for me, fixed some of the things I didn't like. Well, I did not like anything about Everdell. I liked Everdell. But it fixed some of the things that were quirky for me for Everdell. Like the little tokens you put on an animal to get, if you had the post office, you could get the pigeon if you put the deal on there for free. But I was always making the mistake of getting the pigeon first and then, not being able to get the thing free. So what Far Shore did was give you these little anchors, and you get 3 of them, and you can put any worker in any building. But you have to put an anchor on that building showing that you've done that, and you get that person for free. It's good. It's the same style. You're still trying to get that tableau of cards. You're still collecting resources. But I think that one little thing that they did there helped out for me and not having to worry about, okay, I got the post office, I'm trying to get a pigeon, or can I get that for free, or can I do it? Allows you to do that, but once they're gone, they're gone. It also gave you a few other islands you can go to down on the bottom, which disappear at a certain stage in the seasons. The game is really good. The Starling Games makes their components really nice. Yeah. So this game it's quickly becoming one of my favorites. Everdell Far Shore, my 2023 game.
I have all the expansions of Everdell itself, but that one I have not played or got yet.
Well, you're going to get to play it one day or another, because I got it here somewhere.
Somewhere
in this room, Lewis. Or in the closet.
But yeah, it's you have mentioned it before, and it's a game that I think my wife would like, because even herself, she forgets to get that card that's the building,
right. and then go get the creature.
Yeah. Yes, she does it backwards, and it does gives off some going.
I can raise my hand to do the same.
But yeah, it's a great choice on that one, and it's one that I eventually would add to my collection on there.
Yeah, it's very nice. It's a pretty game. Starling Games. It's Everdell World.
Yeah.
And instead of a tree, I can't remember. It's got like a lighthouse.
A lighthouse. Yeah,
a lighthouse.
Yeah, I think that's what you mentioned.
Yeah, it's very nice.
My number 3 game for 2023. 3 game.
Oh, okay. Yeah. 3 game, 2023.
Yeah.
Got it. Mm.
It just happened to be. It is called Setup. Bizwiser. Yeah, Bizwiser.
I don't. Bezroiser.
Bezroids. Okay, publisher, 2 to 4 players, 25 minutes to play. It's ranked 8,548.
Okay.
Pretty low, but it's a game that it doesn't take much thinking to play.
Okay.
If you can make sets with cards or find like things and put them together, this is a game that can be very easy to play. You have a board, and the board is a square board, has different colors depending on where you are sitting. That is your color to use.
Okay.
It has there are tiles. The tiles are divided in 5 suits. 4, of course, the playing cards: spades, hearts, diamonds.
Okay.
Clubs, and now they also have stars. Each one have 10 numbers from 1 to 10. You are given a set of tiles from a bag, and then tiles are set to the side, 4 tiles, and that's the community tiles. You can use those. So you are looking at your tiles. There are 4 tiles then drawn out of a bag randomly, put in the middle of the board. Those are your starting tiles. Now your goal is to make sets of matching numbers or a running suit of numbers. For every one you put in, like if there's a 2 on the board and you have 2 2s in your hand, you put those 2 down and you score 3 points. Not 2 points for each, 3 points. For scoring is for every tile you put down that's connected to another tile, you score points. 1 point for each. If you have, let's say there's a 2 and a 5 diagonally from each other, and you have 1, 3, 4, and 5. You have 1, 3, and 4. You put those down, but you see a 6 in the community board. You get all those, put all those down, and you score 6 points because you made a running
total
of 6 points.
A run.
Yes. Now, let's say there is another 6 on the board that makes that put 2 6s together. You score those 2, but only 1 and 2. So 6 plus 2 is, of course, 8. Now, let's say there was a 7, but it's not connecting to the whole thing. And then you come around and put another 7 down there. Let's say 8. So you only now connect to 8 and 7, but not everything else. You only put down, you score what you put down with. So setup is a very simple game, simple edit game, not very hard to grasp. It's just some folks get the point gathering mixed up a little bit on there. But for an easy leisure game, not much thinking, setup is my choice there.
It sounds a lot to me almost like Scrabble, where you're adding words to other things.
Yes.
Kind of like that, where you're putting out those tiles or whatever, the cards.
But you don't have to spell on this one. You might like this one.
That's a good one. Well, I mean, I think I've seen that game somewhere at like Books of Million or something, but I passed right over it. But anyway, setup. That's what Lewis said. Setup. All right, that's all I have to say about that. All right, so now my 2024 game is River Valley Glassworks. It is by All Play. It's 1 to 5 players, 25 to 45 minutes to play. It's ranked 2,660 on BGG. Now, River Valley Glassworks is a cute game. It's a family weight game. In this game, you're collecting your river animals, running a glass business. And you're collecting glass, and you have your own board. And so you get 5 glass pieces to start out with. And these glass pieces are different colors and different shapes. And on the river, in the river, you can put one of those shapes that matches where you're putting it on the river. And then you can choose to take in the back of where you place it or at the front. So you take those and you add those to your board. And you start out from left to right. And you go down for the row. And if you get one that's the same color, it goes in the column. So you're going to score points in the game by row and the top 2 highest columns that you have. And the game is really quick. Once you collect 17 or 18 glass, the game's ending. So it's very fast. And they have a pond or a lake. And if you don't have any glass in your satchel, you can go out to the lake and pick 4, put in your satchel, and that's your turn. This game is very fast, and the little glass pieces are amazing. They're not really glass, they're like acrylic, but they're really pretty. Different colors, different things. And if you buy the deluxe version, you have the little glass, it looks like plexiglass, where you can see the river underneath the glass, and you can put your deals on it. And when you take glass from that tile, you're going to pick it up and move it to the end and move everything up. So it kind of makes everything a little different where you're going to be putting your glass, because you may have a plan to put a piece of glass, certain shaped glass, out onto the river, and somebody takes from there and it moves it, and now it's not going to give you the same benefit of collecting enough glass or collecting the glass you wanted, because you have to have, there's 8 different colors, and I think you can get 6 or 7 of those colors. And so you want to make sure that you get different colors, because you score more points the further down you go, because each different color will go on the bottom, and then each shade, if you have identical colors, they'll go in the column. So row and then column. But anyway, it's a great game. It's a family weight game. Probably not explaining it real well, but eventually you'll get to see it. So stay tuned for that. I'll do an unboxing of River Valley Glassworks and kind of give you a little playthrough how it works at some point. But River Valley Glassworks, great game by All Play.
Sounds something that I've seen before, but
it was a Kickstarter. I saw it on Kickstarter.
That's what I thought.
And I was gonna back it, and I didn't. And Josh and some friends brought it one day. We played it. It's just a cute game. My wife's the one that fell in love with it, right? And I enjoy it. Don't get me wrong. It's a fun game. But she fell in love with all the little cute pieces, right? The little glass rocks or whatever they're called. And just how the game looked. And the boards have a recessed place where you can put everything. It's not just a flat board where everything slides around. They have a little recessed board. It's really nice. I had to go on All Play and order deluxe version. So
it's funny that sometimes we look at board games. We play a little bit, then we get it to our spouse.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, I love it. And they fall in.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I like that game. The game could be crap. You put beautiful components in it, and my wife will take it.
Yeah. And same thing for me, too. My wife glow.
She'll go, these are beautiful.
Yeah. But we still got to love them.
Yeah. Well, got to. I choose to.
Yeah, you choose. We choose to love them.
We choose to love them.
My 2024 game. It is a Stone Myers game, 1 to 5 players, about 90 minutes to play. It is ranked 193 on BGG. It is called Wormspan.
Sorry.
No, you're not.
I had a little something.
Yeah, whatever. It is from the creators of Wingspan.
I'm sorry. No, Wingspan's beautiful. I'm just playing. And Wormspan I haven't even played yet. I want to.
Well, I'm planning to get it soon.
Okay.
Wormspan. Now, those who have played Wingspan don't suspect that this is the same thing. It has the mechanics are somewhat similar, but it is completely different from Wingspan. A lot of folks think it's going to be the same thing. No, it's not. For one thing, you're not dealing with birds. You're dealing with dragons. And the dragons they're easy to get. It is the dens that you have to really work for to get. And the mechanism on this is you really don't lose anything as turns go by for each round. It's more about what round it is. As you go for round, you will see that there's ways to get a motion back because your turn is used by using coins. There are some cards that you play, you get a coin back. So you get another, not turn, but another step to do something else. Unlike Wingspan, every round you use up one of your actions. And here, you can gain actions for each as you get on. So there was a game that Christine ended up gaining every round after the second one, which there's only 4 rounds. She was able to get an extra coin. So she ended up doing more. There was one game I ended up getting 2 coins after the first round. So I ended up getting 2 more actions on top of what I already have. So in that aspect, you don't lose actions in this game. Unlike Wingspan, you actually there's possibility to gain more actions for each round. The cards, Stonemaier does really good cards.
Oh, yeah. They have like a linen finish.
Yeah, they have a linen finish that you want to quickly sleeve and protect them. However, on this one, yes, I'm going to make up one little thing. The den cards, they're in R shape. To find sleeves for these cards, I think it's going to take me a bit to find those.
Are they square? Or?
Yeah, they're not perfectly squared. They're square shape like. They're more rectangular than square.
Okay.
So that's going to be a little task for me to find sleeves for those cards. But the artwork is beautiful. How you move along, and you use coins to pay for each action to do something. That makes the game more different than Wingspan. So if you don't favor Wingspan, and you know somebody that has Wormspan, give it a try. Yeah. Give it a try. I think moving away from Wingspan this game, I think it was a great move for them.
Good deal. It's true. I'm not a big fan of Wingspan, but I can't deny that the game must have something to it because people love it.
Yes.
Right. So just because it's not for me doesn't mean that people don't love it. And I'm not the end all be all to tell people which games are great and which are not, because apparently I don't know nothing, right? But I do want to try Wormspan at some point. All right. Another game from 2024. This is my last game I'm going to do for today. It's called The Gang. And The Gang is by Cosmos. It's 3 to 6 players, 20 minutes to play, 2,724 on BGG. Now, The Gang. If you like, and I hope that you do, like Texas Hold'em, this game's for you. This is a cooperative. Oh, what did you say? Cooperative? Poker?
Yes.
No. This is cooperative. So what you are is a gang. You are going to play Texas Hold'em, and you are going to try to rob a safe. The theme's kind of, right?
Yeah.
But everybody... There's 4 rounds of poker chips, and however many people are playing, that's how many poker chips you use. And if you're using, let's just use an example of 3. You'll put out 3 poker chips. It's white, yellow, orange, and red in the levels. So the first one you'll put out is all white, and it'll be like 1, 2, and 3 if 3 people are playing. So you'll get your pocket cards, right? Mm-hmm. Look at your pocket cards. You think maybe you can have the winning hand. We hadn't seen anything else yet, but you got some possible straight, possible flush, a couple of, face cards. Take the 3. Now, the next person will take 1. The next person will take 1. Now, if they think they have a stronger hand than you, they can take that 3 from you. And you can go, okay, if you think you got it, fine. So you'll do that 2 more times. You'll have the flop, and you'll take a chip. You'll have the turn. You'll take a chip, and then you'll have the river. The
river. Yeah.
So that last chip you take, you better make sure you have everybody in order, from the smallest hand to the winning hand. So once all of them, everybody's satisfied with which token they took, you're going to start with the person who took the number 1. They're going to flip over their cards. Let's just say they had an ace high because it was in the flop, right? Or in the river, or in the whatever it is out there. Then the next person may have a pair of 2s. Next person may have a pair of jacks. Well, guess what? We went in sequence, and the winning hand was a pair of jacks. So we would get to crack open the first safe. So by doing that, you have to have them in order. And if you don't, you'll lose that round, and you'll get another shot. You get to lose 3 times or win 3 times in a row, or 3 times, period. Game is fantastic. I didn't think I would. When they told me it's cooperative, Texas Hold'em, I was like, there's no way. There's no way this will even be fun. I'm telling you, this game is fantastic. If you like Texas Hold'em and you like to hang out with a group of friends of about 6, 3's fine too, I would suggest you don't walk but run to get the game.
I've never heard of a cooperative card game like that.
You have now, because I'm telling you, it is fantastic, Lewis.
And I like Texas Hold'em. I used to go to Shreveport at the Horseshoe and play every weekend.
I didn't spend real money. I ain't spending real money playing, but I'll play on the computer.
Well, this one was younger and foolish and had some little bit extra money to play. And of course, which a lot of folks hated me because when I played with my eyes closed. I looked at my cards and yes, here it. Then I open. Okay, I either bet or not. If I did bet, close my eyes and look at your cards, because I only look at the cards at one time. And after that, okay, if I see what everybody's doing, hear everybody. Okay, that either I fold or go in. And folks found that annoying. I mean, how are you? Annoyed. I'm not doing nothing to you. I'm over here just relaxing.
That's right. That's right.
My last game, also 2024, which Calvin informed me he did 5.
Well, I mean, we've always done 5 games in that year period. Lewis just didn't get that. So.
Well, there was only 4 years in this period.
Yeah, you are correct. There were 4 years.
So we quickly got together, and there was a game I actually wanted to put on there. Between Wormspan and this game, Wormspan I actually have played. But this game I have not played. I've seen it played several times. And it's a game I want to play. It's because the aspect of the game goes back to the old monster movies. And I like those old monster movies that you can actually tell, yeah, that's a guy there. It's not.
Yeah, in the suit. That's a guy in a suit.
Yes.
That ain't no gorilla.
So, my 2024 game is Horrified World of Monsters. It's a
Ravensburger.
Ravensburger.
You can't read my writing.
Ravensburger Games publisher. 1 through 5 players, 60 minutes to play, and it's ranked. Where are you? 6,818 on BGG. If this one is different from the other Horrified board games, which one would take you in the European monsters, one in the American monsters, like the Yeti, Bigfoot, the Chupacabra here in the North American continent countries. Then you got Vampire, the Count Dracula, the Mummy, Frankenstein in the European version. Unlike those, this one can be a standalone game. This one takes more of it's a cooperative game. I think they all are a cooperative game. But this one you are trying to solve mysteries. I say mystery is puzzles really, but I see in them as mysteries, and it's to fix. It's giving you mysteries, puzzles to solve, and as you work through solving them, you're either going to succeed or fail. Each mystery puzzle is designed to defeat one of the monsters in the game. And the difficulty level on this is right in the middle. It's a 2.50. 2.50. And I found the videos I saw, some of these puzzles they use as an example. I'm going, I could have solved that.
Yeah. And
that's the feeling that me and my wife see, not video games, but games on, show games on the television. But when you get in there, we understand when you get in the aspect of it, pressure, and there's pressure, I might not solve with that. So it is one of my games that I will probably be buying in the near future, probably in the new year. But Horrified 2024 game is my 5th pick.
All right. Hey guys, we hope you like those picks. If you think some of those would suit you, hey, let us know. If you have a comment on one of them or want more information on one, put it in the comment section and we'll get back to you. If there's something that you would have added, let us know.
Yeah.
We'd love to hear it. We always like to hear about games that we haven't played or that we don't know about. So if you have one of those, send it. Let us know in the comments. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe. Louis, you got anything else to add?
No, like you mentioned before, if you want us to run through a game, let us know which one, and either
if
Calvin
we own it.
If we own
if we own it.
If Calvin doesn't have it, I might have it. If I don't have it, he might have it. So we don't mind running through games and running how the rules should be played after we mess them up the first couple of times.
Right. Well, hey guys, like I always say, get a board game to the table, spend time with your friends and family, and I absolutely thank you. We both thank you for watching Calvin's Guide Game.